They send men here to rob us. So work and strive for money. Money is power. Money is the only weapon that the Jew has to defend himself with.
The Rothschilds are a wealthy family, descending from Mayer M. Chell Rothschild, a Jewish banker who handled the finances of and lent money to European royalty and nobility in the free city of Frankfurt. He established his banking business in the 1960s. Unlike most previous Jewish bankers, Rothschild managed to pass on his wealth and created an international banking family through his 5 sons, who established themselves in London, Paris, Frankfurt, Vienna, and Naples. During the 19th century, the Rothschild family possessed the largest private fortune in the world at the time, as well as the largest private fortune in modern world history. Today, the Rothschild businesses encompass a diverse range of fields, including financial services, real estate, mining, and energy. You can browse through Forbes' extensive rich list and not find a single mention of the name Rothschild in their list of the 500 wealthiest people on Earth. This is because the Rothschilds' wealth has been distributed among hundreds of heirs throughout the years, and has therefore diluted each individual's personal fortune. With this being said, it is estimated that the Rothschild family as a whole still possess in the region of $350 billion in assets throughout the world. Bear in mind that this is a low estimation. Due to their great secrecy, the sheer amount of assets they hold, and the scale of their operations, it is difficult to estimate exactly how much the Rothschild family are worth. Higher estimates have placed it in the region of $1 trillion, making them by far the wealthiest family on Earth. The Rothschilds financed and colluded with the monopolies of several prominent families during the industrial boom, such as the Morgans in banking, the Carnegies in steel, and the Rockefellers in oil. John Piermont Morgan was born in 1837. He was an American financier and banker who dominated corporate finance and industrial consolidation during his time. The Panic of 1907 was a financial crisis that almost crippled the American economy. Major New York banks were on the verge of bankruptcy, and there was no mechanism to rescue them, until Morgan stepped in to help resolve the crisis by creating a banking coalition that purchased the country's loans and essentially left the entire country in debt to him. Morgan and his associates went on to illegally create the Federal Reserve in 1913. At the height of Morgan's career during the early 1900s, he and his partners had financial investments in many large corporations and had significant influence over the nation's high finance and United States Congress members. He was the leading financier of the Progressive Era, and his scheme of modernization transformed the American economy. Andrew Carnegie was born in 1835. He was a Scottish-American industrialist who led the enormous expansion of the American steel industry in the late 19th century. Carnegie started work as a telegrapher, and by the 1860s had investments in railroads, railroad sleeping cars, bridges, and oil derricks. He built Pittsburgh's Carnegie Steel Company, which he sold to J.P. Morgan in 1901 for $480 million, $370 billion in today's money, creating the U.S. Steel Corporation. Carnegie's efficiency at producing profit had caught the attention of J.P. Morgan, as he envisioned creating an integrated steel industry that would cut costs and maximize profit. To this end, he bought out Carnegie and several other major producers and integrated them into one company, thereby eliminating duplication and waste. He concluded negotiation on March 2, 1901 and formed the United States Steel Corporation. It was the first corporation in the world to have had a valuation over $1 billion. The Rockefeller family is an American industrial, political, and banking family that made one of the world's largest fortunes in the oil business during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The family is also known for its long association with and control of Chase Manhattan Bank, now called J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. It is the U.S. national bank that takes care of the domestic, consumer, and commercial banking arm of the much larger multinational banking corporation, J.P. Morgan Chase. The bank was known as Chase Manhattan Bank until it merged with J.P. Morgan & Co. in 2000. Since its merger with Bank One Corporation in 2004, the bank has acquired the deposits and most of the assets of the United States' largest savings and loan association, Washington Mutual. They are considered to be one of the most powerful families, if not the most powerful family, in the history of the United States.